Hi everyone, this is Bagadon at Stockmarketcaddie. Today is November 15th. It's Sunday night and the markets are open. That's one of the advantages to trading futures. You don't have to wait until 9:30 each day until you get, ho-waxed and let the banks play with your money in between. You get to trade with the banksters. And we're trading with them. Let's take a look at this. This is our trade manager for just one of our positions, and we've culled this down just to show and highlight this one. It's trading the NQZ, which is the NASDAQ futures contract. It's trading a classic Renko brick chart. The last price is 12,046. It's trading a strategy called Caddie long. And yes, by the way, I'll just mention I had a phone call from a gentleman, and he's like, "Hey, Bagger, I see you got these videos showing the swing machine, but I'm kind of confused because, some of your members or some of your folks saying they're trading point and figure, they're trading Renko, they're trading range bars. Well, what's the story with that?" Let me explain. The swing machine, which is our flagship product, you are more than capable of trading just from swing machine. And many of our members do every single day. The comparison we make is like flying an airplane. Have you ever heard of instrument flying or flying under the hood or in the box, or I think it's called in the box? I'm not a pilot, but when you fly a plane into San Francisco at night, and in the fog, you're not going to be able to see the horizon, folks. You're not going to be able to see the tall buildings. You're not going to be able to see the airport until you're about 50 feet over it. And hopefully you're over it, right, at that point. So how do they do that? They focus confidently on their instruments. And they trust their instruments. Is that not amazing? Now, how do they do that? They practice. They actually, there is something called instrument rating. If you remember that sad story about John F. Kennedy Jr., when he took off one late afternoon from a small airport. I think he was outside New York and was flying out to one of the islands. And it was during the summertime. And one of the conditions that can develop for those of us that have spent any time up in the Northeast, and yes, I have a bit of a Boston accent. In the summertime, you get some fog-like conditions out off of the coastline. And he got out there, it was dark, and he got into some fog, and he couldn't tell up from down. Horrible situation. So he didn't know if he was going up or going down, and he was behind, the throttles of that airplane. He was not instrument rated, and he got himself in over his head. So yes, our traders you might think of it as instrument rated. They can fly and trade swing machine right from swing machine. But on a nice clear night like tonight is, or on a nice sunny day like most days, they can open up one of their favorite charts. And we're going to show you one or two of those. We'll show you one here tonight. We let them choose. See, it really doesn't matter. But if you think any of our systems are just a rehash of MACD and stochastics and all that crap that you get at these other toys, think again. That's not the case. If you had taken this trade long at 11,866 on Friday the 13th at 11:55:29 a.m. on this particular strategy, you would be up real time $3,535. Let me see the chart, Bagger. Well, we'll show you the chart. It's right here. Ooh, let me find out. What's the brick size? The brick size is 9. The brick value is calculated right here. This is one of our studies. It's very important to know your brick value. It's also very, very important to know your brick size. We have a special calculator that'll tell us day by day what the appropriate brick size is. You can't trade Renkos without knowing what the appropriate brick size is. If you think you can trade Renkos based on your risk parameters, how much you think you can win or lose, and you're just going to make a bunch of bricks, Same thing with point and figure. Good luck with that. Let me know how it works out. You can see here, this is also one of our indicators. By the way, you can move this around, but our indicators actually, proprietary indicators, speak to in English, and it's telling us you might favor the long side. Well, when the hell did that go on, Bagger? That went on down here, right here. That's where the strategy went in. Trend Caddy long. See, this is the Trend Caddy indicator. This is the Trend Caddy strategy. It went long right here, and it's been in this trade ever since. And then it also tells us what's going on. Under accumulation, if it got under distribution, if it was topping out, this speaks to us in English and tells us what we need to know. What the hell are these numbers? See, we can literally paint by numbers. Paint by numbers, trade by numbers. This doesn't have any meaning to you. This has tremendous meaning to our members. Well, I know what you're doing. You're just counting the bricks. Well, then why do some bricks are yellow and some bricks red? Why are some bricks yellow and some bricks green? Well, I can see you got pivot dots in here. Oh, okay, those are just pivot dots? Well, then why is there a dot here and not a dot here or a dot here? Why is there a dot here and not a dot here? Why is there one here? I don't understand. No, you don't understand. You don't. And those brokerage houses, they don't have the time. They don't have the time to teach you. We have the time for those folks that are truly interested in learning how to trade and want to trade as a business, want to develop cash flow. Not bragging rights, not about being the smartest guy in the room, not about making, $30,000 in a month, although that'd be nice, right? But about making money each and every day, each and every week, each and every month. Actually developing a business. That's what we are about. Can you imagine coupling this system with Swing Machine? And we use other charts, maybe charts that you've never even heard of, like CASE, K-A-S-E, mathematically the most accurate charting system you could use. And it is not available at Thinkorswim. TradeStation is by far and away the most sophisticated trading platform one could hope to have. Now, we have no affiliation with TradeStation other than being very happy, satisfied customers. We could not trade the way that we trade if we did not have TradeStation. I spent 25 years teaching surgeons how to do surgery. I'm pretty fussy when it comes to important products that affect, my outcomes, my financial outcomes, the outcomes, that can have an impact on my family. And to that extent, TradeStation's trading tools, their computer language, yes, they have their own computer language. You see, we don't just go in and plug this in, plug that in, and hope it works, and do it for a few days, then do it for a few weeks, and just waste a lot of time. Time is money. I talked to one guy, he said he was trading options for 20 years. Okay, how'd that work out? Not so good. He goes, I had some good stuff, I had some bad stuff. 20 years. So if you want to spend the next 20 years doing that, have at it. Have at it. But if you want to get an education and you want to really move on and take your game to the next level, we're here for you. Now, I can't promise, and we don't make any kind of claims at all, I can't promise that you're going to make money. But we will try to take you along incrementally with a monthly membership of $100. And if you don't learn a lot in the first month, you can drop it. And then the next step is we got a Q school. It's for 4 weeks. It's $1,500. And if it doesn't work for you, then you don't lose a ton of money. What you're purchasing is a great education. You're going to learn a ton. And we're confident of that. And maybe at the same time, you might learn how to trade so that you can do this for a business and you're not wandering in the woods for 20 years or in the wilderness, right? It's up to you. Our scene on our website actually shows the golfer in the movie from Bag of Ants. He's crouched over, his ball's in the woods again. He's had a bad trade, and he's shaking like a leaf. And he says to the Bag of Ants, I can't do this. Well, if you think you can, we're here to help you. You can either start or you can stop. My phone number is 813-758-8263. I'm Bagadon, StockmarketCaddie.com.